The city of Paris, known for love, silence, and soft shadows dancing across balconies at dusk, has once again become the stage for something beyond fashion. Kim Taehyung, known globally as V of BTS, arrived in the French capital as the shining centerpiece of Celine's exclusive event. But amidst the glitz, leather, and flashing cameras, a quiet moment, unseen by most, yet unforgettable to those who noticed, shook the hearts of millions. It wasn't during the runway. It wasn't backstage, nor during his Instagram updates showing off Celine's lavish hotel gift. It was something much smaller, quieter, and far more intimate. A fan standing across the street captured a brief video. In it, Taehyung appears alone by the large glass window of his Paris hotel suite. No filters, no stylists, no lights, just him. His figure framed by the heavy velvet curtains, backlit by the amber glow of early evening in Paris. He didn't smile. He didn't wave. He simply stood there, his fingers lightly pressed against the glass, eyes drifting across the rooftops of the city. It was the kind of stillness that spoke volumes, and what made this moment explode across social media wasn't just the beauty of the frame, it was the emotion behind it. Fans all over X, formerly Twitter, began analyzing the video. Some said he looked like he was waiting. Others claimed his expression held a deep melancholy. But the most repeated comment was simple and devastating. That's how he looks when he misses Jungkook. The emotional reaction wasn't without context. Over the years, ARMYs have grown deeply attuned to the subtle dynamics between Taehyung and Jungkook. Whether through shared glances on stage, quiet whispers behind cameras, or inside jokes on live streams, the connection between the two has often been described as ethereal, hard to define, but impossible to ignore. He wasn't looking at Paris, wrote one fan on Weverse. He was remembering something, or someone. And for many, that someone is unmistakable. Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, has not been publicly seen in Paris. But his name keeps surfacing whenever Taehyung is mentioned. Their history together, filled with laughter, shared hotel rooms, inside jokes, and silent moments, is etched into the emotional memory of ARMY. Could it be that the city Taehyung walked alone was once a destination they planned together? What strikes most about the footage is how little Taehyung did, yet how deeply it resonated. He didn't cry, he didn't wave, he didn't even smile, and somehow, that stillness, that frozen minute, broke hearts far louder than any song ever could. Sometimes, one fan wrote, "You don't need to say, 'I miss you.' You just need to look out the window like that." Others pointed out that Taehyung had shared no selfies from inside the room, no mirror shots, no captions about his feelings. The man who often expressed himself through visuals and art had gone quiet, which, for many fans, said everything. Speculation grew even wilder after a fan account dug up a 2023 interview where Taehyung once mentioned, "There's a city I want to visit with him someday. I think we'll both be happier there." He never named who him was, but now, standing alone by the window in Paris, the city of him, Taehyung looked like someone fulfilling a dream with a piece missing. Even though this was a fashion trip, even though Celine rolled out the red carpet and gave Taehyung their finest suite, fans couldn't shake the feeling that he would have traded it all to have someone else standing beside him, a shadow by the curtain, a second coffee on the table, a laugh echoing through the hall. Instead, all we saw was a figure staring out at the city, like he was talking to someone no longer there. It wasn't about luxury. It wasn't about fame. It was about presence, or more accurately, absence. As the clip continues to circulate, one fan captioned it with haunting simplicity. He was surrounded by beauty, but his heart was somewhere else. Or with someone else. Whether Jungkook was ever truly meant to be there, or whether he was already there in spirit, is something we may never know. But for now, Paris gave us more than a fashion icon. It gave us a moment of unspoken grief, of unspoken love, and of a man who, even in silence, managed to speak directly to millions of hearts, and maybe to one, somewhere out there, who once promised, "Let's go to Paris together someday." Just hours after a now viral video of Kim Taehyung quietly staring out of his hotel window in Paris spread like wildfire across the internet, something unexpected happened. Jungkook, the golden Maknae of BTS, posted a single Instagram story. No caption, no song, just a blurry video of city lights and silence. But that silence spoke volumes, because the timing wasn't coincidence. It was exactly 17 minutes after Taehyung's moment at the window made headlines across ARMY forums. And fans, those who have followed both men for years, felt the shift instantly. The video Jungkook posted wasn't tagged, but it didn't look like Seoul. Some fans claimed it was Busan at night. Others swore it resembled an older clip he once shared from Tokyo. But one detail stood out. In the distant light blur, a faint shape appeared, an Eiffel Tower keychain hanging from the mirror of a CARIT was only visible for 2 seconds. But that was enough. Enough to break the hearts of millions. He didn't need to write anything. We knew. One fan wrote on X. Another posted, "It's the kind of post you make when you want someone to know you're thinking about them, without letting the world know." Fans quickly noticed that Jungkook had viewed Taehyung's hotel room video. Not just viewed, it was one of the first accounts listed. And then, like the moon behind clouds, he was gone. NO live, NO updates. Just deleted tweets from his fanbase trying to understand what just happened. ARMY, used to reading between the lines, knew this wasn't random. He looked at the one thing the whole world was crying about and said nothing. That's love. That's grief. A longtime fan wrote, "Rumors have long suggested that Taehyung and Jungkook once made a pact to visit Paris together, not just as idols, but as two young men chasing their freedom through art, food, and quiet nights." That pact was never confirmed publicly. But stories floated in 2022 from staff, stylists, and even taxi drivers in Paris who claimed to see them together once, years ago. Maybe that trip never fully happened. Maybe it was always supposed to. And now, one of them is there, and the other is watching from a distance, carrying the weight of what If's in 2023. Fans spotted a small Paris-themed charm on Jungkook's studio backpack. He never addressed it, but it remained quiet, silver, and out of place until now. After Taehyung's Paris moment exploded, fans revisited older Jungkook photos. That same charm? It's been gone since May 2025, but where did it go? Why did he take it off? One fan speculated. Maybe he gave it back. Maybe he left it somewhere only the two of them know. Later that night, Jungkook was heard playing piano in his studio during a short live stream. No words, no face. Just music. A melody in minor chords. Soft. Slow. Almost fragile. Fans tried to identify the piece, but no one could. It wasn't from his solo album. It wasn't from BTS archives. It was something new. One fan's comment gained over 400,000 likes in 24 hours. That's what heartbreak sounds like when you still love the person. Paris holds many things: beauty, elegance, memory, and longing. For Taehyung, it was a place of fashion and solitude. For Jungkook, it may have been the place he never arrived to, except through a screen, a song, and a single sigh no one else could hear. And yet, even oceans apart, their moments seemed to answer each other. A man staring out a window, missing something. Another, staring at the same image from a world away, too stunned to speak. Neither tagged the other. Neither used names. But the world knew they knew. This is the kind of story no PR team will ever confirm. No agency statement will address it. But armies don't need that. They've always known how to read the quiet spaces between two beats of a heart. Taehyung stood in Paris, framed by luxury and silence. Jungkook answered with light, music, and absence, and somewhere in between, maybe across a memory or an unfinished song, two names still echo inside a city built for lovers. We never saw them together in Paris, one fan whispered, but maybe they were always there, just not at the same time.